But first, guys, there's no better way to kick off the weekend than with some cocktails. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and however you celebrate booze is probably a good idea. Here to make some signature drinks for the table is award-winning mixologist and cocktail expert Pam Wiznitzer.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We love having you here. Your drinks are very strong.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Strong drinks for strong individuals, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you're going to make us a drink, but there's also some that you pre-made on the table.
Yes.
So what do we have here?
I mean, you should always have a drink before I get started,
Yes.
right?
Oh, I've already started drinking.
That's
that
perfect.
out loud.
Well, you're having a proper crush. This is a really great drink.
Let's
to
cheers.
Crush on somebody. It's an Irish whiskey-based drink with proper 12 whiskey, which is Conor McGregor's new whiskey that's on the market, with just a little bit of agave, some creme de cassis, some mint, some lemon, and sherry. How's that? How's it going down? Yes.
Smooth, and I'm so happy now. I got a little
This
woo.
is
Wait.
actually very good.
What is this one?
Well, that is actually an award-winning cocktail. It's called Call Me Honey,
Oh, I have
and
good
it was the
taste.
cocktail of the San Antonio Cocktail Conference this year.
This is
Yes.
really
It
good.
uses deep Eddy vodka with some orange juice, green cardamom pods, which is going to give you like that bit of a pop, if you guys are getting that in the drink. Some lemon juice as well, and just all shaken up together.
I love that name, too. Call me honey.
Yeah, and it's got honey in it. And for those of you who want to use honey in a drink, you should use honey syrup. So I basically just took a honey bear, took out half the honey, saved it, and then put water in, and now you have diluted honey ready for your coffee or your cocktails.
Oh my
A
God.
nice hack for your home fridge.
I
What a
love
good
that.
trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So I don't have a drink.
That's a
so
problem.
what are you making me?
That's a big problem. You're getting a very special cocktail. It's a classic called a Hanky Panky. But why I really love it is because it's made by an incredible female bartender. Her name is Ada Coleman, who was the head bartender at the Savoy over in London. So she's infamous, started in 1903, and she's like, I'm gonna make a way better martini, is what she said. So it's a really great drink. It's gonna be gin-based. You ready for some gin today?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
I love gin.
Right?
Applaud gin. I love gin.
Clap for alcohol!
So this will be a stirred cocktail. Remember, your martinis, you should stir them. Don't shake them.
Okay.
James Bond doing that for all of us. We're gonna start with gin, and then we're gonna start with some sweet. Ooh, this isn't coming out, so we're gonna take out the pour spout. Some sweet vermouth. This is Carpano Antica formula, which is coming from Italy. It's really delicious. So split base, half and half. Also makes it a little bit lower proof, which is really great, so you can keep going. This is a secret ingredient. This is Fernet Branca. It is an Amaro. Yes.
I
You
love
like it?
Fernet, yes.
Well, then we'll go a little extra for you. So
Thank
you're
you.
just supposed to do a bar spoon of this into the drink, but if you like a little bit more, there's no harm in a little extra Fernet Branca.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself. And
It's
then
Friday.
we're going to stir it up. So maybe while I stir it up, you want to come on over so
Yes.
we can help garnish it. How's that
Okay,
sound?
I'm excited.
So the reason we stir a drink of this nature is because there's no citrus or anything else, and you want that really silky texture in it. But if you say, hey, Pam, I want to make this for my friends, and I don't know how to stir it, right? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to do that? So you can actually make this drink at home, do the same proportions, ounce and a half, bar spoon, and then put about 3/4 to 1 ounce of water into it, put it into like a jar or something into your fridge. You can chill it, let it sit for a few hours, and you have a pre-diluted hanky-panky ready to go at home.
I love that.
So if you're entertaining at home, it's a really great way to make cocktails
Or
for
you can just
people.
have it for yourself whenever you want one.
You don't need to give it to other people.
We don't need special occasions to drink here.
No. So you take a beautiful glass. These are Nick and Nora glasses, so something nice and elegant into there. And then I feel like you're more like a 2-cherry type of gal, right?
Yeah.
So we've got some beautiful Woodford Reserve cherries.
Throw it
brandy
in like
cherries.
that?
Mm-hmm. And you're ready to go.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So enjoy that, yeah. A little hanky with your panky.
Oh,
It's good,
I
right?
love that Fernet too. It's so good. Thank you,
So good.
Pam.
Of course,
I'm gonna
my
go take a
pleasure.
sip.
Something about making a great cocktail. What an accomplishment. It was beautiful to watch that. Really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your tips for people who want to make some drinks at home, like do's and don'ts?
Do's and don'ts. Do use fresh ingredients, okay? It's really important that everything is fresh. Make sure you're using like fresh citrus, not the thing in the plastic bottle, right? Do make sure you're being economical at the same time. You know, use things that are in season. If your strawberries are like $6 right now, maybe it's because they're not in season and you shouldn't be using that in your drink. So that's another really big do and don't. And also, do make sure you're making things that are for everyone, not just because you love it so much. Remember your guests. That's what we always think about first as bartenders.
Right.
Nice. How do you come up with these Valentine's Day cocktails?
I think a Valentine's Day cocktail is rooted a lot in something that you love, right? And I think when you're making a drink for somebody or for an occasion, you got to start with just an idea or something that you really love the most. Maybe it's the spirit, maybe it's an ingredient like mint, and then you sort of shape the drink around that.
Right, and you mentioned strawberries before because that's something I think of for like, you know, maybe a glass of champagne with a strawberry, something like that,
Absolutely.
which is very romantic and Valentine's
Very.
Day-y. But what are some other ingredients that people might think of that give us that sort of like romantic flavor?
Yeah, Yeah, well, there's also like aphrodisiac type of flavors. You have things going from like chocolate, obviously, and you can
Right,
use
of
chocolate,
course.
strawberries, and don't forget even things like oysters. Like you can actually do like scotch and oysters is a really great pairing, and you can drink it out of the shell, and that can be quite romantic after a few of them.
Well, speaking of romantic, what do you think are the most romantic drinks for couples to order? Like a couple sits down, they have like their drink.
Oh, well, I think, again, a lot of it is rooted in what do you guys have in common? Is
Right.
there a place that you went to a bar and there was a drink that you had in common? Is there a time and a place, did you like fall in love in Mexico so you guys are having tequila? Or do you just go to a big tiki bar that's like a bowl that's a flame and you're like, you're my dying love and fire, you know? But there's a lot of ways around it. I try to tell people be as sentimental as you can. My friend proposed to his now wife over a cocktail based on something she liked from the first time they ever met. So,
Oh, so
yeah,
sweet.
and he
That is
froze a
so
ring in the
sweet.
middle of the ice cube too.
Aw, there's so many new ideas, but I think we should cheers really quick,
Cheers,
guys.
thank you so
Cheers to the
much.
Thank you
weekend.
so much.
guys.
I needed this so bad.